All right, welcome back, everyone. I've been speaking with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Paul Dada. Gentlemen, let's talk security. The denial by the military that bandits were not on its training ground in Kotangora, local government area of Niger State, is attracting heavy criticisms from members of the State House of Assembly. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Abdulmalik Sakin Daji, who also represents Mariga constituency, insisted that bandits kidnapped more than 20 passengers in 5 vehicles. Speaking after the member representing the constituency raised the matter on the floor of the Assembly, the Speaker said families of victims previously kidnapped took ransom to bandits several times in the forest, which was part of the military ground. He said the victims, who were released after the random payment, also told their families that they were kept in the forest not far from the army barracks. They called on the military to get the right information and flush out the bandits from the forest. Ikeo, help us with the story.
You know, these things happen from time to time, even during the heat of the war against banditry in Borno State. We had situations in which the army would deny that a community was overrun. They would deny that even their military base was overrun. There was even one spectacular case when Boko Haram overran a community where we had about 2 or 3 military bases, you know, and they set ablaze even weapons in those bases. The army denied that. The army claimed that it repelled the attack. But unfortunately, these people also set ablaze the palace of the emir. And the destruction was massive. So the governor was forced to go there. And when the governor went, retinue of television crews and online and non-online journalists were also there. So what they were trying to hide, these people brought the pictures for everyone to see. The army believes that, look, if everything is reported about the war, it can demoralize people, can make people to lose faith in the efforts of the army. It can even ridicule the sacrifices that the armed forces are making. But there has to be moderation to this thing. And in war, especially in the age that we find ourselves, this age, you cannot hide information forever. Other people will bring information to the door of the ordinary people. So you cannot, as armed forces, imagine that it is only you that can have access to information. In Syria, where they've been fighting for years, there are some groups, like there are no NGOs, but some groups that are dedicated to reporting everything happening in the Syrian war. So if you want information, if you want updates about the Syrian war, those groups are already known. It's like a non-governmental organization. They provide minute-by-minute updates. So people would rather go to such people than rely on the government, for example, because the government's business is simply to make sure that, oh, the situation is not as bad as it seems. So if the representative of Kontagora local government, if the constituency in the House of Assembly moves a motion that this is what is going on in my area, my people have been kidnapped, taken into the forest, and they are asking for ransom and all kinds of things from them. I think what the military can do is to try and verify. And in verifying, you can even take if you are certain that that is not what happened, you can take journalists to the place. We, the journalists, are the ones who will now say, okay, gentlemen, we are the arbiters in this matter. This is what we have seen on ground. But it's not enough to dismiss the report. When you do that, and people are still in captivity, it sends the signal that you are not, you can't be bothered about what they are going through, that all you are bothered about is positive news from that area. And we know that, look, in war, as I've always said to the armed forces, you can't always have it your way. There will be occasions when you suffer setback. There will be moments of big breakthroughs in the war. If, for example, there was a time here that almost every day we'll be talking about Boko Haram in the Northeast. When was the last time? I remember one of our colleagues, anytime that, it was always on this show, anytime we mention Boko Haram, what they did, he would say, oh, we should be talking about development and all that. I said, oh, must we leave our people who are being slaughtered and not talk about them? They are human beings. You cannot say we should not talk about, because to you, that is not the sort of news that you will enjoy hearing. It's not as if we enjoy hearing, but they are human beings. They are fellow Nigerians being killed. And you expect that we will not talk about it. No, it won't happen. We won't simply come and talk about the politicians in Abuja. We will talk about those ordinary people who are being slaughtered in their farms, ordinary people who are being bombed in the marketplace in Borno, in Yobe, in Adamawa, where Boko Haram at a point controlled 7 local governments. So this the thing. There will be times when you will suffer setback, like when the army suffered setback in Baga, and Boko Haram held on to Baga for weeks. But the first story was, oh no, it didn't happen. You can't tell me it didn't happen. And I was in Borno at that time. It was Christmas time. I spent Christmas in Borno. I spent New Year in Borno. What was happening, I knew. But the report was, no, we repaired the attack. And the guys were occupying the area. So there has to be balance. What these people are saying about Kontagora now, let the armed forces, thank God we have Air Force, let them go and deal with these boys in the areas where they are trying to turn to their own. Because you cannot be escaping from the bombings in Kebbi and Zamfara and Kaduna and think that, oh, one part of Niger State is safe for you. You then go there, you start picking people, and then the people should not complain. No. So let the man who represents the people of Kontagora in the House of Assembly, let the military speak with him, let him offer information about what is going on, and let's see them work together to make that area safe. It's not enough to simply dismiss that, oh, it didn't happen.
All right. Oh, Dada.
Okay. Now, I'm actually inclined to believe the House of Assembly and not the military. And the reason is not, is very simple. House of Assembly is made up of representatives of the people. They talk with people in their constituency, and they get reports. Now, what is interesting here is that they are saying that that ground, that part of the forest that belongs to the military, that ransoms have been collected there many times. Now, the military is denying it. I don't know why. I think probably the military is denying it because it feels indicted and it's trying to just wave it off. You know, something like that. Because...
well, we can't be sure.
It feels like that. It feels like that to me, waving it off. Or maybe the military authorities have not done their due diligence. But it's very difficult for me to believe that if that thing is actually happening there, as alleged, then they don't know. I mean, for God's sake, this is a security outfit, a very formidable security outfit. And something will be happening there and you don't know. Now, if you don't know, you now know. Okay? Don't just deny it. Let's understand, let's not forget our humanity. Let's not forget the fact that people have gone to, anybody that is forcefully removed from their home or their farm and taken captive, you know, is at the mercy of these evil people. Sometimes they kill them. Of course, they threaten them. Even when they don't kill them, they threaten to kill them, and then people pay huge ransoms. We have had cases of, I think that the cases of people, even the person delivering ransom, also captured. The person in captivity is released, the person delivering ransom. All of this are happening.
You do that.
The trauma people go through. Let's not forget that these are human beings. It is not an offense to be a Nigerian. It is not an offense to go to farm and try to make a honest living for yourself.
Absolutely.
Honest living for yourself. So it is not a crime. And then these people this is happening. What I don't know now is, I don't know how much the community has tried to interface with the military. I think the military should just listen to the people, come together, come together, get information, get some intelligence, and flush out these criminals. It is so terrible that this will be happening at your doorstep. And then...
You know, what's embarrassing to the army is that the assembly claimed that bandits are holding 20 captives on the training ground of the army, and that 20 passengers in 5 vehicles were kidnapped on Mariga Kuntagora Road. So the Speaker of the Assembly is from this Mariga constituency, Barrister Abdulmalik Serikindaji, has been speaking on the matter. And they said these bandits blocked Mariga Kuntagora Road between Babanlamba and Beri, and they were picking people. So the families of the victims kidnapped took ransom to these bandits several times in the forest, which was part of the military
training ground.
And the people, there was a video that I saw of one person who was released from the forest, who was saying, look, they paid ransom and I was released. So I think when they are saying that they were kept in a forest not far from the Kontagora Army barracks, that is what the army
is contesting.
Yes, the army is saying no. The community said the military training ground had become a haven for bandits who always come out of that forest to attack them, kidnap people and take them to the same forest. Even the kidnapped victims that were released after the payment of ransom said they were taken to the same bush and they could sight the Kontagora barrack from where they were kept by the bandits. So what the people are saying is what we expect from the military was to seek more information about what victims have told us and flush the bandits out. But you cannot just come out to refute what a member of the House of Assembly said. So...
what I don't even understand, even if they are saying, look, that forest does not belong to us, it's still not an excuse because it's happening close to you. I mean, supposing that it's not part of their training ground, that maybe people just think so.
I said it would be embarrassing for the military to
but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to Nigeria.
Yeah, because it's not the first time.
Any group of bandits that converge on a forest located not far away from a military facility, they deserve to die.
Yeah.
And I expect the CDS and the Chief of Air Staff and the Acting Chief of Army Staff to direct that forest close to the Army barracks in Kontagora should be cleansed of bandits. Because it's embarrassing to go and be catching people close to an army barrack. No, it makes no sense.
It takes a lot of effort.
We know places in that state, local government like Shiroro, Munya, Rafi, where you have Rafi is close to the border with Kaduna, Kagara, Mariga, Rijau. Rijau is along the border with Kebbi State. Mashegu is on the border with Kebbi and Kwara. And then Bogu, the biggest local government in Nigeria. We have the Kainji Lake National Park in Bogu. And these boys have already invaded that forest, the Kainji Lake National Park. I've had the former governor of Niger State talk about the fact that that Kanji Lake National Park is now haven for Boko Haram. For Boko Haram, some Boko Haram elements actually moved into Niger State, and they've been staying there. It's like 4 years now. So there is a need to focus on those areas in Niger State where bandits are dealing with our people. We have talked about some of them: Shiroro, Munya, Rafi, Rijau, Mariga, Mashegu, and some parts of Bogu local government. There's a need to deal decisively with those boys, identify where they are, so that our people can feel safe. There's no need for this back and forth, this argument between the House of Assembly and the military. The military needs to have an open mind, investigate those claims. And if they are sure that those claims are unreal, are fake, they can take the media there to say, see, this is what. In any case, we don't even need to take the media. Impose yourselves on the location. The boys will run away. When we went to, 2 years ago, when we went to Imo State for the Nigerian Army Day celebrations, it was what was it called? It was a Monday. So I asked them, I said,
don't sit at home.
So I sit at home. I said, sit at home. We are dominating the area. What is sit at home? And when people stop military, with their vehicles driving around town, the people came out and they were transacting their businesses. So when the military dominates an area, who is a non-state actor?
Yes,
except to want to die. And they too, don't want to die. Life is sweet now.
Those are actually cowards. They only come out when they see that everywhere is porous. They are actually cowards.
We're hoping to speak with the Niger State House of Assembly representing that constituency, but sadly is not here. To get a better picture of what exactly is happening. But looks like we need to move on.